Welcome back to Race Podcast with your host, Rafael Recoyazo. As my grandmother used to say, Happy New Year's and Happy Three Kings. Thank you so much for joining us. On today's Race Podcast, we talk about, the illness that we all experience at times. I certainly do, all the time. And that's something we have to avoid, though, and get completely out of our system. That's the concept of being a star effer. You know what I'm saying? You're watching, you may be doing it after listening to Race Podcast today. You watch Essex Hollywood, you read some of the blogs, and all of a sudden you get caught up in this mentality about talking about all these famous people that are up here. Well, if you think of all these people that are up here too much, on some level, you're sort of acknowledging or accepting that you're down here. And that's BS. You're not down here. You're up here with everybody else. Look, you can't even see how high you are. Because of the talents and abilities you have, you don't realize the potential you have and how much you have to share with others. And that's what today's about. How Latinos, or our podcast is about, how Latinos get out of this star effort mentality, which too often, even our successful Latinos, get way too caught up into. And so we talk on Race Podcast today about the 5 hints, 5 tips, how you can get out of that star effort mentality that too many of us get engaged in. We have to stop it because we're the stars of our own lives. And we're stars like the ones you see on TV, the ones you read on the blogs. You have no idea the kind of potential that you have and how much you've achieved and are going to achieve in this world as long as you follow your heart and go after being your 100%. So very briefly, one of the ways I believe very strongly that you can get out of that star effort mentality is to get out of your situation. You're a teacher, go to a business networking event. You live in Corpus Christi, find some reason to go to Houston for something. Good luck with the traffic at Houston. If you eat Chinese at the same Chinese restaurant every Friday, go to an Indian place this week. Just try something. Get out of that environment. God bless them, our family and friends, our coworkers. Sometimes we get caught up in this bubble. We get caught up in this vortex, and we get stagnant. We have to understand. We have to stretch ourselves to find other perspectives, other people that can sort of interpret our talents and give us a better sense of our potential. The second one is you've got to, I don't care who it is, identify the most prominent person in your field, in your local community, and call them. Don't be a wimp and email them. Call them and reach out to them to ask for a meeting. Go get a cup of coffee to engage them in a conversation, engage their advice. As long as you're clear about your intention and that it's a legitimate sort of either business or networking or mentorship opportunity, you'd be surprised. I don't care if it's the mayor, a prominent local celebrity, CEO of a company, someone on local network reporter. You'd be surprised how willing they would be to share their gifts and talents, as long as you're authentic and not being a star effer, because that's kind of illegal, the whole stalking thing. The other one is you've got to visualize. Visualization is very important. How are you going to achieve a dream if you can't visualize it, if you can't really see how it would be in practice, how it would lay for your life in reality? So you got to dream it, visualize it, so you can achieve it. Definitely an important step, and one that's worked for me quite a bit. Another one is you've got to live in your passion. Let me tell you, when you're 100%, when you're really going for it, when you're really being who you are, you become a lot more attractive to people. People are attracted to that vision, attracted to your message. At least my wife tells me. She certainly didn't marry me with my looks, I guess. But that vision's very important, and so you've got to live in your moment. You've got a mission. You've got a calling, I would say. Don't go away from that calling. The more you go towards that goal, you're not going to get everything and achieve all your dreams tomorrow. But the more you start taking steps towards that vision, and just own it, own what you want to be, own what you're going to do, and how you're going to contribute. That's just going to go so far. And the last one is invest in yourself. There's so many ways of doing it. Of course, I encourage you to listen to Race Podcast and check out these V-Blog extras. Latino talk that informs, inspires, and entertains, which you can find at racepodcast.com and Race Podcast on iTunes. But there's so many ways, so many great motivational speakers, so many life coaches that you can tap into either through mentorship coaching, going to seminars, audio books, tapes, videos. I utilize a lot of things online now you can find for free. And so I encourage you to tap into our resources. We'll have a list of some of our favorites, including my Cool Speak homies and Pequeños Chevalier and others, which you'll be able to find on the blog that will accompany this podcast and V-Blog Extra at racepodcast.com. Thank you so much for joining us. And I love the celebrity stuff too, believe me. I talk about it in the blog that goes along with this podcast. I've been I've been known to be a star effer in my life as well at times, but we have to get away from that and realize you are the superstar in your own life, so start acting like it. Have a great day.